Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922 again. Excuse the air conditioner that is very fucking annoying, buzzing in my ear. But it's time for Fairy Tail review. Um, Before I do this review, I want to mention one thing. Um, I don't know if everybody's realized this, but if you go to my channel, you'll notice that on the feed page, the feed and featured page, you notice that I've put a few channels to suggest to. And two of them are a group channel that I'm part of. One is Anime Network Elite, and the other one is Anime Nerds 1. Those two channels, go see what I got. I'm part of this thing with these other guys talking about Fairy Tail and stuff, so yeah, I'm part of that now. Just want to mention that. Okay, back to what the job at hand is, and that's Fairy Tail chat episode. Simon's episode review 136. I did a chapter review before. That chapter was... some people actually don't like it. But, moving right along. This episode... this episode was fucking ridiculous as usual. As usual, it was ridiculous. We start off with no surprise. Not so. He's fighting Dan, and, with no surprise either way, Dan is giving him problems. And Dan, here's the thing that I found very interesting about this episode was, in the filler, they bring up the 7 years that Fairy Tail wasn't there. And he's saying to him, oh, I'm much stronger than you, saying that, oh, you're old. You got old magic. In other words, you are not as strong as I am. And Natsu replies to saying, that's bullshit. I can still beat you. He sends... Eventually what happens from their tussle is Natsu gets sent flying down the stairs. And Coco sees it, and it's nothing really to be considered. Then we find Lucy, Michelle, Lobster, and Happy, and I think Romeo. They're in this cathedral with this. There's this wall with a symbol of the Legion there, and they're trying to find. In that room is where the part of a clock is. So they're trying to get through there. There's nothing really happens at that right now. Moving on, we get another scene. Erza. What happened to Erza in this episode? Oh. So, what happens is, last week's episode with Erza and her gang, where they were in the library. It's not so. And she uncovers this thing from the bookcase of the library. It's the Jiggly Butt gang again, and it just the things fall and shit, and Urza's like so upset with them because you were the people, you're the ones who made Wendy dress up like that, and she's so fucking angry at them, and Charlotte starts saying, I've had nightmares. She's saying that she has nightmares because of seeing Wendy wear that outfit. Made her have complete catastrophic nightmares. She was like completely freaked out about it. So, moving right along, and she faints. She's like, Charlotte faints. And then moving right along, we have all of a sudden Wendy decides to put on the outfit anyway. Oh, by the way, in this part of this episode, Erza destroys the outfit. She's totally upset, pissed off about this. So she decides to come forward, Wendy, wearing the stupid Jiggly Butt outfit. And I told you guys, you can't be evil anymore. And they go on this whole fucking rant thing about them being evil and find your way. Since our way is being evil. And guess what ends up happening? Erza challenges them to a fight or something, and then they say, oh, you have to You have to go by our rules. Guess what they make Erza wear? The Jiggly butt outfit. Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. The Jiggly butt outfit. And Erza's wearing this tight skin thing, and I'm like, oh my god. And then she puts on this flower that she found during the picnic, and I'm like... And then she was very serious about doing this, so at this point, Wendy tells Kana, just go. Just go. She'll distract them. Just go and find the part of the clock. So she goes, and there's this whole big thing between the two of them, Erza and these Jiggly butt guys, of doing push-ups and shit, you know? And then that's when they decide to act and attack Erza. What he did to Erza, oh my god. But she gets him back. She gets them back. He farted right in her fucking face. Just so terrible. Oh my god, it was so ridiculous. So, and then she falls down, and they go after Kana and deal with her. But before, let's go back. We gotta go back to Lucy. Because they are dealing with something else as well. Natsu gets shot down into where they are in the cathedral. And what happens is, Natsu ends up, he ends up falling down on the floor. He's on the floor, and he shows up, and he's like on top of Lucy. He's like, you know, he calls her Luchan or Luke something, and it's back and forth, and he's trying to fight Dan. Dan gets the upper hand and makes him small again. Go figure. And they're debating how to deal with him, and they can't deal with him. And Lucy just runs away, and Romeo stops him. Romeo gets thrown away, and Romeo realizes he can't fight him because it's near the artifact, and he don't want to destroy it. So, Happy Michelle talk to Lucy and say, okay, you need to be the decoy now. So what they decide to do is dress up Lucy in a wedding gown. Say, yeah, marry me. She's wearing nothing but a bra and underwear and panties. And she's got a wedding gown, and she's like, there's so much fan service at that point in this episode that it's like, what's the point? You know, like, what the fuck is the point? So anyway, they are able to get the upper hand, and Happy throws... Well, while he's chasing Lucy, Happy throws Natsu at the spear, and he gets back. And Natsu says something really epic in this part. He says, even though I'm from 7 years ago, if we work together, we can beat you. And that's what happens. He steps on his spear, and he actually combines, which is very interesting, combining his fire with Romeo's, which is purple from, Mako, and just punches him. He hits the wall. Wall comes down, there's the artifact. There's the part of the clock. And they got it. So, that's what happened. Now, back to Erza's situation. The Jiggly Butt Gang attacks Kana and Charlotte, and they fart them. They fart them. Oh, this episode is ridiculous. Oh, so ridiculous. Anyway, that's what happens. They get the device, the part of the clock, and they're carrying it around. And... there's Erza. In her, like, demon, the winged demon armor. And she just looks at them, like, so intently. Like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, you motherfuckers. And just shoots them into space, and that's the end of it. And kind of asks her, oh, yeah, she's so pissed off because the flower got deflowered, you know? Oh, man, this was... And she was like so horrified for what they did. So they get the device, the part of the clock, they bring it to her carriage, and they're ready to go out. Then, after that, and Natsu and Lucy obviously see the device, their part of the clock. And after that occurs, they get it. Now, we then move on to another part. Gajil's group, Gajil and Levy and Jet and Droy, they are trying to get their part. Unfortunately, Godzilla stops and he says, someone's watching us. So he gets up, he turns around, and he sees Samuel. Now, this is obviously the precursor for next week's episode, which is going to have... And they just confront, and he's like saying, Samuel's there, that cat, and he's like, he's really evil, Samuel. He's like, I actually like him. It's pretty interesting. He's got glasses and everything. He says, we're searching for the same thing, he says. And pretty much that's what happened. That was the end of the episode. This episode was just too much for fucking funny shit happening. And it was like, oh, really? Really? I'm sorry I'm laughing. Just too much funny shit between Erza and Lucy. Lucy was so... I don't know who I like more. Lucy or Erza. Both, or Mary Jane for that matter. So many strong, sexy females in Fairy Tail. That's what I've noticed in Fairy Tail. It's not like, oh, they're strong and ugly. No, they're strong. You got Erza being strong, and she's hot. So... that's what I like about Fairy Tail most of the time. But yeah, should be interesting to see what happens next week. We're going to also obviously see a fight between Hughes and Elfman and Mira Jane and Lasana. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to see Godzilla's group go in there and try to get the device, part of the clock. Something with Lucy and that Dan guy. That Dan guy's got to go. He is... Hey, listen, Lucy's not giving you a timer of the day, so get the fuck out. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what happened in this chapter. It's pretty cool, pretty good. And that's all I got for you guys. This has been Bonkai922. Oh, rating. I give it a 3.5. It was just mostly bullshit. That was so funny with Erza. Oh my god, I was laughing my ass off. Oh, so funny. Good episode. We'll see where this filler ends. I'm thinking this is going to end in August. I don't know why. But once this movie hits, instant popularity. I think when this movie hits and people start going to see it, a lot of people more might want to watch Fairy Tail. So yeah, it's going to get really popular really soon. This has been Bonkai922. See you guys later. Check out those channels. Check them out. We got some good stuff there. So yeah, I will see you guys later.